Hi guys, it's been a while since I posted a video on any car work. But anyways, I just want to give you an update. There's very few videos on YouTube on a 2010 Mazda CX-7. It's basically a mini SUV. Anyways, I'm doing a AC compressor. Well, I'm changing out a kit. It comes with a compressor, the dryer, receiver dryer, and the expansion valve. But I just want to show you my version of how I took out the compressor. It's a little bit of a work. It's kind of a tight spot. I'm not sure how the other guys took it out, but one video shows the instructions with the engine out. Well, that wouldn't be any good because everything's wide open. Anyways, this is in car. Let me start off with what I took out. I took out the skid plate, that plate right there. And then I went ahead and took one trimming out. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. This. It's kind of like a wind deflector that sits underneath the car. Let me see how I got this out. It sits like so. Underneath the car. So let me get another underneath. Don't mind the coolant here. I found out, well, there's a drain plug right there. Well, unfortunately, they put a plastic plug, and I noticed there was a leak there, but that's a different story. I saw a little bit of leak, coolant leak there, so I kind of wiggled the nut and see if it's loose. Well, the whole head broke off. Now that bolt is a plastic bolt. It comes with a rubber washer on it, kind of like a drain plug, like an oil drain plug. Well, I broke the head, so there's no gasket there to hold the leak back. So I'm gonna have to go. Get another plug to replace that. Hopefully they have it, or at least they have the plug. I still have the gasket to put it back in there. It's a rubber gasket, but that's a whole different issue. Anyways, the skid plate. Let me see if I can zoom out. Skid plate right here. I took that out, which is back there. You see that. And of course, this piece of trimming. Now, the reason why I removed this trimming is because, well, it's a wind deflector is what it is. The reason why is because I'm changing out the dryer, receiver dryer. Now, if you follow here, it's usually on the driver's side. It's located in the driver's side here. Now, you look underneath now, the wind deflector sits right here, so you're gonna have to pop it out. And if you look along, this is the edge of the radiator, and usually the condenser and dryer are in the front of the radiator. Let's see if I can find it. And it's right there, that tubing, that cylinder you see there. There's a pipe. Well, there should be two pipes that goes in there, and of course a 10 mil screw or a 10 mil bolt sitting right at the tip of my finger there. And of course there's a bracket about halfway up. There's a bracket that I have to remove that receiver dryer. Seems like this is the easiest way to get to it. I'm not sure how open is the top. I'm gonna have to figure out. But to remove the bolt from that receiver dryer, you're gonna have to open this wind deflector to get to it. I believe I posted another video of it on another car. It's pretty much the same location, same concept. I used the impact driver to remove that bolt. If you can read my other video, you'll see the reason why. Anyway, okay, just to remove that, I had to remove the passenger wheel here, and also the cover. That cover is right here at the fender wheel. Oh, which is right here. All right, and it sits right so. It's one of those retainer clips with a screw on. It's got a Phillips head to it, but I wasn't able to get it out. So, plus I got plenty of clips to replace them. So anyway, there's 4 of them. I pop that out, pop this out, and the AC compressor sits right there. Now, I'm already halfway on this. I had all the bolts bolted in, wires, all that, but let me show you how to remove that compressor. Now, it's a little tricky. The bolts are somewhat hidden. 2 on the bottom is very easy to spot. See the compressor, brand new. Well, there's 4 bolts that holds on to the compressor. 1 here and 1 here. And also 2 on top. Now this is a little hidden. You're gonna have to, okay, so to be able to get to the 2 top bolts, I had to remove the power steering pump. There's 3 bolts, 1 here, 1 here, and the other one, the third one, is on the bottom. You're gonna have to feel for it, but it's kind of lined up with this bolt underneath. So here is here are the 3 thread holes that holds the power steering pump. 1 here, 1 here. Oh, this is I think this is the ground wire that goes on top of the power steering pump. Make sure you remove this right here. It's plugged in right here. So remove that before you remove the bolts. So 3 bolts for the power steering pump. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 right there. You're gonna have to feel for that one. I believe it was a 12 mil bolt. Not sure. Is it a 12 or 14? Looks like a 14. All right, anyways, I'm gonna remove the power steering pump, move out to the side now. Just be careful. I mean, the high pressure AC line is right here. I kind of wedge it out to the side here to be able to get to the 2 bolts on top of the compressor. There's 1 in between these 2 coolant lines. Now, it'll be easier if you remove those 2. It'll give you a wide open area. I decided not to. I was afraid if I break the seal, I might have to go change another hose for it. Anyways, let me see here. Let me see if I can show you. So, the 2 AC lines that goes into the compressor is right here. It's a little dark. Let me see if I can. Somewhat of a difficulty here. So that's 1 bolt. You see that 2 flat surfaces with a yellow marking on it. Now those are the 2 AC lines that plugs into the compressor. There's a 10 millimeter bolt, 1 10 millimeter bolt for each line. Sits right there. It's a little hidden, but you can be able to get a ratchet in there. Let me back out just to show you where. There you go. So there's 2 coolant lines right here. 1 radiator hose going to the radiator, and I believe that's something else. Well, now this is a turbo, so I'm not sure if that goes to the turbo or not, but Anyways, it's between there. Now, in between there is also the one of the bolts that holds the AC compressor. Let's see. It's very difficult to see without lighting. Now you can see the two AC lines, the two bolts for the AC line. Now to the left of that, now there's three bolts you see. Two on the right is AC line, and the left one is the bolt to the compressor. All right, and the third, well, the last one is a little hidden also. So the two coolant lines, the last bolt that holds the compressor is right here, right to the right of this hose. Like I said, you're gonna have to let me see if I can see it here. Forgive me, I wish I have a GoPro, that way I don't have to fumble with my one hand with my phone, a light, and then try to point where the third where the other part is. But you get the gist of it. It's fairly easy now. To be able to get to the two bottom bolts of the AC compressor, to give it some more space, I had to remove this bracket right here that holds the radiator hose. So there's a bracket that sits right here. There's the bolt for it. I kind of screwed it back in so I won't get lost. But to remove that, you can actually see the bolt from the top, but you need a very long extension to break the bolt. Or if not, you can just climb under the feel for it underneath here, under the car. But once you get that loose, and you have a lot more space to remove these two bolts. Yeah, if not, it'll be very tight and it's hard to get out. But like I said, before you remove all those bolts, make sure you get the AC line out. That'll give you some space. So to be able to get the compressor out, since this radiator hose is out of the way, once you get everything unplugged, unbolted, this compressor can come out where my hand is. You can wiggle it and then it'll come out this way. Basically, this is the oil filter right here, and then a dipstick tube right here. But it can come out right here where I'm showing you. Just drop the back end of it this way and then wiggle your way out. Very easy. Well, not to mention, you gotta remove the drive belt too. That's the tensioner right there, to loosen the belt. Okay, and of course there's a bracket right here. There's a 10 mil bolt on the other side. Well, you're seeing the tail of the bolt right here, but on the other side is a 10 mil head. Just remove that and you can remove this bracket out of the way. All right, that is it. I think the only tricky part is removing the wire here. Let me see if we can get this harness right here. This is the harness that plugs into the AC compressor. That's the only electrical line that plugs into it. Make sure you unplug that. I think that's the hardest part for me. Basically, the clip, you have to press it down from the back side here, in the back of this right here. Well, yeah, my phone position won't show you that, but it's right here. You just have to reach from behind, press it down, and pull the plug.